Welcome back, Nighttime Nights. So now that we know that light pollution is too much light where we don't want it, and we've talked about how light pollution affects plants, animals, and humans, let's think about how light pollution affects other things. So we're going to start off with a demonstration of my friend Scott showing us one way to solve this problem.
I'm Scott Cardell of the Palomar Observatory. I wanted to take a few minutes today and talk to you about something known as light pollution. Light pollution is an artificial brightening of the night sky. It can affect the work done by ground-based astronomers, but it also has an impact on wildlife, human health, and even contributes to global warming. One of the big sources of the problem of light pollution is the use of lights at night that are unshielded or lights that are improperly directed. I'm going to show you a very simple demonstration that shows off the tremendous importance of ensuring that outdoor lighting at night is properly shielded. Now we're going to do this demonstration with a very simple flashlight, mag light. Going to turn on the mag light and carefully remove the top. Now this acts as a unshielded street lamp, post lamp. You'll notice two things right away. First of all, there's a tremendous source of glare shining back at anyone looking at the light. Also, it brightens the night sky. If I take a moment and actually put a pedestrian next to the light, you'll notice that this unshielded light, the pedestrian is standing in the shadow of the light. That's no good at all. So let me add some shielding to the light very simply. You'll notice that, wow, the glare is gone, the brightening of the sky is gone, and now it's actually possible to see the pedestrian.
Thank you, Scott. That was a really great demonstration. So let's do a quick review right now. I want each of you to think of three ways that light pollution negatively affects humans, plants, and/or animals. So take a couple minutes to think about 3 things that we've learned in the past couple of lessons. Alright, I'm sure that you guys came up with some great examples. So in Scott's demonstration, what did he show us that adds to our understanding of light pollution? And what did he do to make that light pollution better? What kind of light does that light in his demonstration represent in our own lives? And where could you find that kind of light in our lives? Good job brainstorming. So Scott showed us a light that could be a street light in your neighborhood or on any street near you. And he made it look so much better by actually covering up the source of the light. Now Scott used a word for this: glare. Glare is what happens when light directly hits our eyes. Imagine there was a really, really bright light staring you right in the face. That light would probably make you pretty uncomfortable. You might even shut your eyes, right? Well, that light was creating glare. And when a light is so bright that it's uncomfortable or distracting to look at, then that light is creating glare. And a light that creates glare is both uncomfortable and it limits our ability to see anything around the light. In the picture on the left, can you see the glare from that light? Can you imagine how hard it would be to see when that light is shining right into your eyes? Well, in the picture on the right, we can see that we weren't able to see the man standing right in front of us because of the glare that light created. That glare is really dangerous because we need to be able to see around us to stay safe. We can see that these pictures are in the same spot, just with that light covered up, which shows us that glare can be really unsafe. Have you ever been right beside something that was being so loud it hurt your ears? Maybe it was your friends getting really excited, or someone who was really angry, or maybe an alarm that didn't stop going off. Whatever it was probably really frustrating you, right? Well, a light that is so bright can be just as annoying as someone who is yelling or a noise that won't stop. And a light might not create glare, but if it's so bright that it hurts your eyes, like a light just blasting you in the face, then that can be just as bad as a light that's creating glare. And that light can be just as frustrating as that loud noise. Outdoor lights that are too bright or are somewhere that you don't want them can be really irritating. And sometimes your neighbors will have an outdoor light that's so bright it can light up your room as if the lights were on. Can you imagine a light shining into your room that was so bright that you didn't even have to turn on the lights? Well, this is called light trespass, which we learned about last lesson. And sometimes glare and light trespass can be fixed by shielding a light, putting a little shield over it. So let's look at an example of this. Look carefully at these two pictures. Which picture do you like better? Look at the lights in each picture. In the picture on the right, the lights look a lot better, don't they? Do you know why that is? Well, the lights in the first picture create a lot of glare. It would probably be really uncomfortable to walk down the street. In the second picture, the one on the right, you can see everything. When the lights are shielded and you get rid of the glare, you can see a lot better. Think about the pictures that I showed you before these. When the bright light was shielded by the photographer's hand, we were able to see the man in the photo a lot clearer. If we were walking in the dark and couldn't see in front of us because of a light's glare, we might trip on a rock or bump into someone. It's so important to our safety to be able to see around us. So we all agreed that when the town shielded their lights, they reduced the glare and made the street look so much better. And when we shield a light, we actually don't need to use as much light anymore because we got rid of the light that needs to shine upwards. And when we don't need to use as much light, we're actually saving energy. So we don't need to send the light upwards, and so we're saving the light energy that we were using to make the light go up. And when we are using less energy, we're also saving money. So, when we shield a light, we're doing 4 things. We're reducing glare, we're lighting the street better, we're saving energy, and we're saving money. Think about the lights that you might have in your living room or maybe in your bedroom. Can you see the light bulb? You probably have a shade over it. This is just like in Scott's demonstration. If that light in your living room or your bedroom didn't have a shade over it, then it would create severe glare and be really uncomfortable to be around. So why don't we put shades on our lights outside? Alright, we're going to finish up this lesson with an activity. Amy is going to lead us through that activity. So I'll see you guys next lesson. Take it away, Amy.
Hi, my name is Amy Jackson, and I'm the director of Starry Sky Austin. I'm also the Central Texas Regional Manager for the Texas chapter of the International Dark Sky Association. Most of us live in cities surrounded by artificial light at night, and we call this light pollution. I live in Austin, Texas, and behind me is a photo of the downtown city of Austin skyline at night. Most of our nighttime lighting shines light up to the sky, not to the ground where it's needed most. This causes light pollution, which negatively impacts wildlife and humans, causes dangerous glare, wastes electricity, and decreases the visibility of our star-filled night sky. Shielding helps. This pedestrian downtown can see where she's going a lot better with a light shining to the ground where it's needed most. I'm going to show you an activity called Design a Light Shield, where you use materials you find in your house to understand the concept of shielding lights. These are some of the materials we're going to use today to design our light shields: cardboard, popsicle sticks, straws, pipe cleaners, some tape, scissors, aluminum foil, and a glue gun. To demonstrate the Design a Light Shield activity, I have my 3 daughters here, June, Kaylin, and Piper, and they're going to show you how they make their light shields. Something else you need for this activity is a flashlight, and this will serve as your model street light, which you can test your light shield out on. Another way I like to introduce this activity is to limit the amount of materials that you have so you can be really creative in designing your light shield. Ready, set, design your light shield.
What? I was just testing out how it would sit there. Okay, so this is my light shield, and it has this that goes over this, and then it shines down. So I first took a pipe cleaner and spun it up, and then put it on the inside of a bent down piece of foil, and then made sure it just perfectly fit on. And then it shines down the light instead of up into the sky.
And Kaylin, Piper, and June all designed their light shields to shine the light down to the ground where it's needed instead of up to the night sky.